I want to give you a 3-step formula to see if it's a good time for you to buy right now. So how do you know when it's a good time to buy? It seems like either house prices are really high or interest rates are really high or both. Well, I have a 3-step formula to help you figure this out. So the first thing you should be asking yourself, how long are you going to be staying in this house or staying in the area? A good rule of thumb is that you should plan to stay in the house for at least 3 years. There's a few reasons why. House prices might not go up every single year. They might not go up every single month. There's always going to be fluctuations, but if we look back over time, house prices have always gone up in the long run. So you want to give yourself enough time to be in that house. One thing to think about too is when you sell, you're gonna have to pay commissions to the realtor, so you wanna make sure that your house has gone up to at least pay those commissions and make some profit. The other thing to think about is capital gains. So if you sell your house in the first 2 years of living there, you have to pay capital gains and pay taxes on the money that you earned. So that's why I always think 3 years. Give yourself enough time to build some equity in that house before you sell. 2, the second thing you should be asking yourself is, do you have stable income and enough money saved to make a small down payment? Usually when you're buying your house, you need to put anywhere from 3 to 5% down. Sometimes you can put down less. There are some loan programs where you don't need a down payment at all, but a lot of people are looking in that 3 to 5% down range. So having that money saved or having, a family member willing to gift you the money, having a 401k you can pull money from. We have people sell cars and motorcycles to come up with that down payment. But just make sure that you have enough money to be able to get into that house. And then of course, stable income. Nobody wants to buy a house and then you have to sell it a couple months later because your income changed, you lost your job, you want to change careers and you just can't do it. So making sure that you know you're going to be able to make your mortgage payment month after month after month. If you think that you might have a job change, it might be a good idea to start that job and make sure that your income is stable. If you're getting overtime, are you expecting to keep that overtime for long enough to be able to make your mortgage payments? So stable income and enough money saved for a down is really important to have. And then number 3, are you approved for the house you want for a payment that you feel comfortable with? That's gonna be so important. Maybe if you get pre-approved for $100,000 and there's no houses for $100,000 or you have to move out to the middle of nowhere, might not be worth it for you. Also, the payment is so important. Doesn't matter how much you're buying the house for and what your interest rate is as long as you can afford the payment. Even though the rate is high right now, it's not gonna be high forever. There's an opportunity to refinance in the future, but right now, what if your interest rate is high, but you're happy with the payment? Does it really matter? You're gonna be paying something, you're gonna be paying rent, why not pay a mortgage? So if you can afford it, I would really suggest that you look into it. The longer you wait, the more years of equity building you're giving up, and it gets harder and harder and harder, it seems like, every year to be able to buy. So really just talk to a lender, ask them what you can afford, ask them what kind of a monthly payment you're gonna have. And if it feels good to you and it feels comfortable, let's look at buying. I'm Amanda Ray with Guild Mortgage. I'd love to answer any questions that you have about buying a home.